Louisiana Beer Reviews, Pabst Blue Ribbon 2024 City Brewing Edition. Okay, so this is the new 2024 Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, now brewed in Latrobe. This bottle says Latrobe, Pennsylvania, 4.7% alcohol. And they were saying 4.8 for a while in the old configuration. City Brewing, Latrobe, Pennsylvania, formerly the Rolling Rock Brewery there. All right, they said by the end of this year they would have all their brewing done at City Brewing, one of their breweries, Latrobe, Memphis, La Crosse, Wisconsin, or Irwindale, California. So it's happening faster than I expected, maybe than they expected. All right, so I bought this $12.49 for the 12 pack, not the best price, but you can get Schlitz for 50 cents cheaper per 12 pack, also from City Brewing. Best Buy date is on the bottle. All right, brown bottle. Thin would be thicker in a narrower brim glass, but in this Pabst Blue Ribbon schooner or chalice, it's thin white head and a clear straw gold appearance. Clear beer? Can't be. All right. Now, I knew something was up when I saw this carton the other day. This did not look like the normal or the Pabst Blue Ribbon 12-pack case I was used to seeing, and I looked and it said Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and I said, City Brewing, it's finally arrived. All right, so let's see if it's different. Now, I went around trying to find the Molson Coors Miller Brewing Company Pabst Blue Ribbon, the one that was contract brewed by them, and I checked 3 different stores this morning. 3 different stores. First store, they didn't have any at all in stock. Second store, they had a lot of it, and it was all out of date. The best Best Buy date I could find was in 2023. Pathetic. Then I went to the third store. A lot more Pabst Blue Ribbon. Best Buy sometime in 2023. I said, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing the taste comparison because I'm not going to search it down. Now, if I go to buy gasoline and they have it somewhere, I'll buy it. Otherwise, forget it. And those distributors are letting that set on the shelves, even getting light damage. Like some of these cans would be faded. The red's all faded on, different brands. They're not moving. Beer is just not moving these days. Not to say that out-of-date beers on store shelves is a new problem. It's not a new problem. It's just a problem that's gotten worse. Yeah, there's some sour lager aroma, water, barley malt, with assumed corn syrup still, brewer syrup, hops and yeast, but who knows what City Brewing is using. All right, taste, cheers. Now, back when I first started drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon in '96, when it was still made by the Pabst company in Wisconsin, it had a strange winey taste, and I read a National Geographic article from 1980 where their brewmaster was giving the author a tour, and he said, yeah, it's winey. The Carlsberger yeast gives it that like a white wine. I'm saying white wine, he just said a winey flavor. But that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. They might have decided, who cares about that, just make it palatable, and if it tastes all right, good, go with it. I mean, after all, it was never profoundly different from other beers anyway. And it's the same thing now. It's not profoundly different, if it's different at all. Is there a hop bitterness? Certainly there is. The IBUs seem higher than a normal American adjunct lager. There's certainly bitterness here. Now, I'm saying it's 2 out of 5 hop cones. But if you look at the numbers, if you ever would find them, it might show like a 12 IBU. 2 out of 5 would be like in the 20s. Even though 1 out of 5 would seem like it'd be at least 20, right? 1/5, but doesn't really work out that way. Refreshing, certainly. Easygoing, yeah, cut the grass. I'm thirsty anyway. Guzzable, certainly. The body is heavy. The body is full. It's a medium body beer. It's full body. It's not heavy body, but it's full body. It has a full body. It's not a light beer. You know, if you drink this next to like a Milwaukee's Best Light, you'd certainly notice the difference. Because this one have taste, body. I like Milwaukee's Best Light, don't get me wrong, but this one has a lot more character. Mostly dry finish, not totally dry. There's sweetness in the finish, probably 70-30, 70% dry, 30% sweet. Still have that bitterness on the finish, which to me is good. I like it. Other people might think it's too bitter. Mild, mellow, and refreshing. So did they ruin the recipe? No. It seems somewhat different, but I think it's good. It's really good, actually. I'm going to go with 94 out of 100. 9.4 out of 10 for an American adjunct lager, one of the best on the market. Always has been, really. So don't look for any taste challenges, because I'm not going to just go through torment to line those up. But yeah, my recommendation, hopefully you can get it cheaper than $12.49 a 12-pack. But if it's in your area at the normal price, what you pick, because it's always about the same. It's been creeping up over the years, you know. But it used to be really cheap. But after you had the hipster culture adopting Pabst, then the price went up. But when I started drinking it in '96, a 6-pack of regular size cans and bottles was $1.99. A 12-pack was $3.99. So anyway, Les Bon Ton Relais, a most excellent American light lager. The Schlitz one is good. They did change it too. It's not as hoppy. Maybe they kind of messed it up a little bit. It dropped into the B range, like about 87. But I would be open to buying another 12-pack. I think some people had taken issue with the hoppiness on that one, which was more. Sometimes it would come across like an India Pale Lager. It was so bitter, but in a good way to me. But it's definitely tasted more like the 1980s and 90s Pabst, 80s and 90s Schlitz beer, which I liked also. All right, anyway, y'all go to Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and take a brewery tour.